Good evening. My name is Stephen Gainey, and I'm the proud superintendent of the Randolph County School System. I come to you today on September the 11th with several updates regarding our school system as we've just completed the fourth week of the 2020-2021 school year. The first item that I'd like to discuss involves a decision that we need each student to make between now and September 25. And students, we need you to work with your parents on this decision. And I mentioned this in my telephone message from last night, September 10th. More specifically, between now and September 25, each student will be required to determine which plan he or she is going to use moving forward in terms of participation in school. So plan 1 is 2 days of face-to-face instruction and 3 days of remote instruction each week. Plan 2 is 100% remote instruction each week, so that you would never come to campus on any day of the week. We need you to go ahead and make this decision because whatever plan a student is on as of September 28, the student will remain on that plan as long as the school system is held to the parameters outlined by the state's Plan B. Now, parents, if your child and you do not want to change from the current plan that your child is on, you don't need to do anything. But if you want to change from the current plan that your child's on, you need to contact your child's principal between now and September 25. The next item that I'd like to address involves a question that has arisen several times today in response to my September 10 telephone message. More specifically, I've been asked several times today if a child chooses to do the 2 days of face-to-face instruction and 3 days of remote instruction, or the child chooses to do 100% remote instruction, is that going to be in place for that child for the remainder of the school year? Well, yes, right now it will be in place for the remainder of the school year. Because right now, all our school system knows is that we're on Plan B, as outlined by the state of North Carolina. However, I want to make sure all parents and students know that if the state of North Carolina allows us to go to Plan A and bring all students back to school campuses at the same time, we're going to do that. And the two plans that are in place right now will no longer exist. We will bring everybody back to campus at the same time, and we will have school like we did prior to the school closure on March 14, 2020. The final item that I'd like to discuss today involves coursework and grading. Students, I want to encourage you to continue to work hard on your coursework because your teachers are going to continue to move through the curriculum throughout this school year. So we need to make sure you are doing all of your coursework, whether it be completion of classwork assignments, completion of homework assignments, or just preparation and great performances on tests and quizzes. On another note, I want to just make you aware that whether it's been mentioned to you or not at this point, we will be using traditional grading methods during the 2020-2021 school year. Yes, last spring, when schools were closed on March 14, 2020, the state did implement a pass-fail grading system for the entire state of North Carolina. But we will not be using that this year. We will be going back to our traditional grading methods. So I want to make you aware of that, especially with the first interim reports coming out on September 17. In closing, I'd like to thank all of our students, staff members, parents, community members, and Board of Education members for your support of our school system during the opening of the 2020-2021 school year. I also want to remind everybody that while we do have some different schedules in place right now for school, the ultimate goal is to get everybody back on school campuses at the same time. So we're going to continue to push forward during the 2020-2021 school year with the hopes of eventually getting back to having everybody on school campuses at the same time like we did on March 13, 2020. I hope everyone has a good night.